then I choose you.
Be cool, baby, okay?
Hey, bitch, come here. Got your motherfucking man, come here.
Mr. Pretty Tony, I mean, you know the rules of the game. I mean, your bitch just chose me. Now, we can settle this like you got some class, so we can get into some gangster shit.
Fuck being on some chill shit. We go 0 to 100, nigga, real quick.
Hey, what up, what up, what up, what up? This is at KMGZ on Blue Sky. This is Thanks for Asking, episode 362. I'm back. Hey, so look, I got a few caveats. First of all, I decided it was too long to keep y'all waiting, so I'm recording today, but I don't really have a lot of structure for today. I really wanted to get shit off my chest, and you know, I normally organize this a little better, so this might be all over the place. The other thing is, I don't know if you can hear my voice, but whatever this crud respiratory bronchitis sinus thing going around that everybody has, I have it, and I've had it for weeks. I went to the doctor because I thought I had some bronchitis or sinusitis or something, because I'm like, why? It's just like this nagging cough and just post-nasal drip, all the bullshit. And she was like, your lungs are clear, you don't have a sinus infection, you just, you know, it's something going around and you just got to clear it out. Some people have coughs, for weeks, and I'm like, man, listen, ain't nobody got no time for no coughs for weeks. So it's causing, it makes my throat really dry, and sometimes, I can't really, I go in the coughing fit. So if I start getting to that point, I'm gonna have to cut this short. So I don't know how long this is gonna be. But thanks for your patience, and let's get going. So the reason, and now I told y'all that I'm not gonna be on here constant, sorry, let me hold on, because we're about to have problems early. Let me grab my water. I just can't be on here hollering about Trump no more. Like, ain't nobody listening anyway. I've been saying since before the 2016 election what this is. But I do want to get a few things off my chest, because people are really getting on my nerves. Just everybody, actually. But I'm going to talk about a few people. So, since this man has come back into office, it's pure chaos, which, like I said, and like a lot of people said, I'm not gonna let this stress me out. We this is what people wanted. This is what they voted for. These people keep touching the hot stove, expecting the stove to not be hot. So, I'm just not gonna stress out about it. It's whatever it's gonna be. It's what it's gonna be. I am keeping my antennas up, because I don't mean to be a pessimist or defeatist. I don't. But I just don't really see any reason right now to be optimistic. This man is just, he's already done so many things that are illegal and can call for him to be removed. Insurrection, actually, is something that could have removed him from office, and it didn't. And so I'm just going to keep my head up, because when the signs start showing that they are really about to turn this place into the theocratic religious, they're trying to turn us into a Christian version of Iran is my thought, because I see a lot of similarities. Iran was a free country, actually like one of the nicest countries in the Middle East, until 1980, when they voted on the revolution, and now it's been a religious oppressive regime since then. And I kind of see America going that way, because there's two different factions. But anyway, like I said, that's not about to be the podcast about that. I'm telling y'all forever, ain't nobody listening anyway. But what I'm tired of is people talking about, what do y'all want the Dems to do? I think it's very obvious what people want the Dems to do, and I think these people acting like they don't understand are either walking around not in reality of what's going on, like a lot of the Democrats, or two, are just being disingenuous, because that makes them, they can't deal with the fact that this shit is so far off the rails and moving really quickly, and might be all wrapped up in just a few more months. And so they're trying to inject normalcy into what is really not only is the house on fire, it's almost burnt down to ashes. So, what people want the Dems to do, first of all, we got to roll it back because there's a whole lot of skipping and acting like people don't remember very recent events. Um, Due to some pundits and some polling and some wealthy donors who are not at all connected to the average voter, the Democrats, in their eternal stupidity, forced Joe Biden out of the election with 107 days left, which gave Kamala Harris about 3 months to try to run a campaign that, Donald Trump had been running for 4 years and that most people have, more time to run. She still got 75 million votes. Okay, but y'all did that, and it was a very dumb thing to do because, and a lot of people disagree with me on this, and I understand that, but I'm telling you, you guys are also wrong. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say it. Like, Joe Biden beat Donald Trump because he is a white man. When you have a white man versus a white man, people will pay attention to things like virtue, and this guy is a liar, and this guy is convicted, and this guy is this, and this guy is that. They'll pay attention to reasonable people, not his cult, reasonable people. But when you put a white man up against a black woman, then I'm voting for the white man. They're not voting for the black woman. And I'm tired of people acting like that they don't know what this is. The reason why Trump was able, and besides the fact that we all, me included, think that they cheated, and I think Kamala probably actually did win, but again, nobody's doing anything about anything that we know of, because Trump was able to pull that sliver of voters, the Muslim men, the Latino men, the white women, who can never count on them anyway, just would not vote for a black woman. And people keep saying that Joe wouldn't have won. I'm like, you guys, you're getting caught up in a lot of media bullshit. The reason why that is why is because the things they keep saying about Kamala Harris now that this man is in and doing all the things that she warned them they would do. Well, she didn't have a plan. Well, she's just on identity. Well, I mean, and to not have any plan at all. What are you fucking talking about? She's the only one that had a plan. Trump got up there and babbled and made no sense. That's how you know, because the other way is that white people always project their racism. And the fact that they think that black people only voted for Kamala Harris because she's black, that's because of all the people in this country. White people are the only ones who vote for people just because they are white. That is how you get out your mouth saying Kamala Harris had no plan, because you're not listening. You don't care what she has to say because you're not voting for her, because you want to vote for this white man. Kamala Harris told you about Project 2025. Oh, he said he doesn't know anything about that. Oh, the liar who's caught in every lie said okay. Even though he's like, the evidence is all right there. You're not looking at any of it. Now you shocked. The thing that when you vote for somebody, you also vote for the people they're going to appoint. That's what we try to tell you back in Howard. Well, what about the Supreme Court? If Hillary Clinton had won that election and got to appoint to the Supreme Court, we might all be sitting on clouds right now. Who knows? Flying cars. I don't know. Who knows what the fuck what we would be at now. We'll never know, but it would be better off than we are right now. So like, I don't even like talking about it, because if you're not going to admit that you didn't vote for her because she was a black woman, then I don't want to talk to you, because it's not about eggs, and it's not because the Republicans are the ones who drive the economy into the ground. The Republicans I think they went back 100 years. They've produced something like, I think it was like 200,000 jobs. I might even be giving them much. No, it was like, yeah, like something like 200,000 jobs or 10 million jobs, some small number, as opposed to like 600 million jobs over like all these years that the Democrats have produced. Democrats have better policies. Democrats are the only ones that have any plans. Republicans just bring you hate and nonsense. So I'm tired. I can't talk about it because nobody wants to tell the truth. But what people want the Dems to do is act like we're sitting in a burning house with the roof already burnt off and now it's coming down on the sides. That's what we want them to act like. We don't want them to be, if you cannot figure out after all these years how to respond to Donald Trump, then you don't need to be in charge. And maybe and that is why a lot of us are just like, hey, let this shit play out. It's going to be what it's going to be, because clearly if you all cannot continually get outmaneuvered by Donald Trump and these people he is with, who are not bright, they're not smart, they're fucking bullies and thugs who are dumb as fuck. And if you cannot figure out how to maneuver around them after all this time, then you don't need to be in charge. Okay, and I to this day say that I don't know if Kamala would have been able to pull it off. I think if she had had more time to campaign, she definitely would have. I personally think the smartest thing to do, which is why I was so pissed when Joe dropped out, because the smartest thing to do would have been to let him stay in, win re-election by how narrow a margin it would have been, and then step down so Kamala could step up. That would have been the smartest thing to fucking do. Duh. You don't take an incumbent, a successful incumbent out. I don't care. Let the incumbent run on the economy. Let him run on the jobs. Let him run on everything he has done. And if he loses, then we in the same position we in now anyway. But if he wins, we're so much better off. And it was just the stupidest thing, and it just was so dumb and so unnecessary. But hold on, I'm sorry, I have to answer this text. It's distracting me. It was just such an unforced error. It was like that Deshaun Jackson, when he was running for the touchdown and let the ball go on like the 1-inch line, and so like it was just so stupid. Oh my God. So what people want is for Dems to be politicians. You don't have any power. We know that. You don't control the chamber. We know that. But we want to see, you're not telling the people what is going on. You're out here pulling stunts and singing, "We shall overcome." These motherfuckers are running a coup. They've actually completed a coup. Now they are digging in, and if you don't hurry up and act, it's gonna be too late. You talking about midterms. If these people have 2 or 3 more things go their way, there's not gonna be any midterms. The Supreme Court, they have Congress, they have both houses of Congress, they have the Supreme Court, they have everything that they need. The only thing is I don't know what part of this people don't understand. And for y'all to be defending these people who are doing absolutely nothing, still talking about polling and this and that, and up in, like, why are y'all at the State of the Union at all? If this man is a dictator, which he is, if this man is an asset of the Kremlin, which he is, why are you legitimizing him by going to a State of the Union? You shouldn't have been there. How fucking easy is that? You should not have been there. You don't have any leadership. None. Hakeem Jeffries is not it. Because what the leader of the Democrats should have said was, hey, this man is fucking a threat to democracy. He's tearing apart our democracy. He's already doing things that are illegal. If the Republicans won't move, but we're not going to be there. We're not going to sit there because we know what this is. And that would have sent such a strong message, just the image. And then you're not on TV every day. This Dodge shit is illegal. He has no authority to do what he's doing. None. And I know the lawsuits are rolling, but you can't just let lawsuits roll. You have to tell people, hey, under the appointments clause, the president has the ability to do this and this. He does not have the ability to do that. So tell these agencies. So if Donald Trump has sent you a letter that says you have to file everybody under executive order, we just want you to know that that's actually not true. That is a power of Congress. Congress has not voted on it. That is an unlawful order. Now, if you follow it on your own, then I guess you're choosing sides to go with Donald Trump. Put pressure on people. Put pressure on. You guys are not putting any pressure on. And it started to come now. God bless Dean Traynor from Georgetown Law School. Dean Traynor was my dean when I went to Fordham. He was our dean. He was a very good dean. He actually left our last year to go to Georgetown. And he's been there ever since. And he wrote a letter because one of Trump's little cronies at the DOJ against everything that I learned about being a lawyer and what they told us was ethical and allowed. This motherfucker is violating. But he wrote a letter talking about, oh, we heard that you're still teaching DEI, illegal DEI, nothing illegal about DEI. Wouldn't hurt y'all to say that either. And how about stop saying DEI? How about saying diversity, equity, and inclusion? So if you are against diversity, equity, inclusion, you are for segregation and exclusion. You are for people that are not white being excluded from all facets of life, and like was done at some of the darkest time in our history. Say that. Stop letting them just run it. I mean, just like it's so easy, and they can't seem to do it, and that's why people are frustrated. Why can't you do this? It's so fucking easy. AOC can do it, but you keep her out of committees because you got this 85-year-old relic up there. Jasmine Crockett can do it. I'm sure there are other people that do it, but you won't let them. You won't let them come forward. You got Hakeem, who is not it. Sorry, Hakeem is not it. Anytime you are on podcast, why this is going on, talking about you can't do anything because you don't have any power, you're not a leader. You don't have any power. You might not have power, but you have leverage. You have leverage of the millions of people who are already in the street protesting. And you should be speaking to them. You should be down there with them. You should be voicing their concerns. You guys run for office and want to get in these offices to represent us. And you don't represent us. And then you want to scold people because they're stating the obvious. Oh man, all right, y'all. I'm gonna try to get through this. This might have to be cut really short because I see it's gonna go left really, really quickly. So let me wrap up. That's what people want the Democrats to do. Democrats want people to act like the reality that is and not the reality that they wish it would be. They want you to tell people, stop saying a threat to democracy. What the fuck does that mean? What are you saying? They are moving to install Trump as a dictator so that his family can rule forever, the same way they do in Russia and the same way they do in North Korea. That is what they are moving for. This motherfucker is doing things as a king without acts of Congress, and he cannot do that. The Constitution does not allow for that. And they are just sitting around. And you guys are talking about, well, the Republicans. Yes, the Republicans need to move. But why should they? Where are the Democrats at calling them out? Senator this person, Senator that person. You got up here and you said you're an American patriot. You're this. Okay, well, according to the Constitution, the president doesn't have the ability to do this, yet he's done it. Where are you? Senator so-and-so, Congressman so-and-so, where are you? Not the MAGA people, because we know they nonsense. But all these other people who claim to be so afraid of Trump. And let me tell you something. This death threats nonsense is nonsense. Democrats get death threats all day, every day. That shit is coming from the same people that are behind Trump, which is Putin and all that disinformation. It's the same shit. And even if you are getting threats, you have the ability to insulate yourself. That's bullshit. If you are really getting threats, y'all have money to protect yourselves. Y'all have money to hire security. Y'all get the fuck out of here. That's just an excuse. And even if it's not an excuse, you took an oath to defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. If you're not willing to do that because you're scared, then you need to step aside and let somebody in there who will. Okay? Because in the defense of liberty, in the defense of democracy in our history, millions of people have died. The first shot of the American Revolution was fired into a black man named Crispus Attucks. Many people had died. How many hundreds of thousands died in the Civil War in defense of liberty and defense of democracy? How many people died in World War I? How many people died? Like, what are y'all talking about? Oh, what you want them to? Yeah, maybe if they have to. In the defense of democracy, because what's the alternative? We all gonna be on the gulag? Like, what? Like, some of y'all sound real dumb to me. I can't help it. And some of y'all I know, and some of y'all I think are smart, but I think some of y'all too smart for your own fucking good. And maybe it's because, again, you, just like the Democrats, don't understand how close we are to that. Like, y'all still think it's hyperbole, but it's not. This shit can get real dicey really quickly. By summer, actually. So, like, yes, we want them to get arrested. Yes, we do. Yes, you might have to die. Yes, you might, because that's what we're up against. We have never had we've had Republican presidents that don't like black people and trying to we've had that before, but we've never had one working working for the benefit of a foreign adversary who wants to destroy our country as we know it and turn it into another dictatorship in the world. We have never had that. Ever. Not even Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan's spinning in his grave like a rotisserie chicken right now behind this shit. We've never had that. So, yes, you might need to die. Yeah. Because guess what? They about to fucking start World War III because the United States has backed out and said that Russia can just take Ukraine if it wants to, and Poland and Europe and France and everything else that comes next if it wants to. So that means you're going to go to war either way. And we're going to be on the losing side. So I like, people really annoy me with that shit. Well, what do you want? Yes. We want you to go to jail, like Martin Luther King, like John Lewis, like Patrick, what's the dude? Whatever, them patriot people from, y'all know what I'm talking about, from 17th. What's the dude that ran with the horse? What's his name? I can't remember. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Yes. Them people risk death. Yes, we do. That is what we want you to do. Yes. Because that is where we are. This is not a game. You talking about midterms? Won't be no midterms. Elon Musk is fucking with the votes. That's so obvious. He's fucking with the votes. We don't know how he's doing it, but Trump has said it a bunch of times. Elon has said it a bunch of times. Russia is just coming out and saying it. They did it. So what makes you think they're not going to do it for midterms? They definitely gonna do it for the next presidential election, and that's another thing people are upset for, because there seems to be no record. They keep talking about, oh, well, this next 4 years. Motherfucker, he is not going to leave. He is not going to leave. You are going to have to, by force, whether he wins or whether he loses, remove him. He's not going to leave. He's going to do the same shit he did in 2020, but worse. Because in 2020, he didn't have all his loyalists appointed, and they didn't do what he said. That's why he failed. This time he does. So yeah, you might need to die. You might need to face death threats. Yes. You might need to get locked up. Yes. That's what we need you to do. Yes. At the bare minimum. I don't understand what y'all don't understand about that. All right. That's all I got to say on that issue for now. Next, I want to say Mario Cuomo has declared himself running for mayor of New York City, and I'm voting for him. I'm voting for him once. I'm voting for him twice. I'm voting for him. I and many New Yorkers think that those were some, I've said it before, I think those were some trumped up fucking charges to move Mario out the way. I don't know what went on or didn't go on. Was he playing grab ass? Was he not? I don't know. I know that those, they showed that those women are tied to Trump and there's disinformation campaign. They had tried this shit before. They tried all these runs at Cuomo that didn't work because stupid ass de Blasio thought he was going to run for mayor of governor of New York. Don't nobody like you, dude. You're one of the worst mayors in history of this city. Nobody's voting for you for governor. They could not get him out of the way because they couldn't beat him in an election, so they removed him. Got this stupid ass Kathy Hochul in control now. And Mario is one of them people, one of the only people that stood up to Trump, was not afraid of Trump, does not let Trump bully him, and knows how to communicate to people in a normal way. People from all around the country watch Mario's COVID updates because he's the only one that was giving information and telling people what's going on. And they watch. You have people in Wisconsin, people everywhere watching Mario Cuomo's updates because the president was telling you to drink bleach. I think he'd be a great mayor. I think he was a great governor. I think Democrats need to get over this. You got to be so above board because this motherfucking president is a convicted criminal. We need to get over that. We need some, maybe if we can somehow win this and get down the road, we can get back to that. But we need some bull dogs. We need some bullies. We need some tough guys. They got a little, maybe on our side. All the bad guys are on their side. Maybe they got little skeletons in the closet. Maybe they touch people too much. We'll worry about that later. But right now, this motherfucker is leading us because he knows what he's doing. There ain't no saints in war. There ain't no perfect people that know how, in battle. It's just not. You got good fighters, you got bad fighters, you got people that shouldn't even be there. Mario's a good fighter, and I'm voting for him. And I think he'll be good for New York City. I think Mayor de Blasio ran the city into the ground. I think he primed it for fucking Adams, who the worst, also the worst. Um, all this corruption and bullshit. That motherfucker to me is a neighborhood Brooklyn precinct cop, not fit for the big stage, not fit for the bright lights. New York City is an international city. It's an important city. And up until Adams, it was a bastion against Trump. But now this motherfucker's corrupt, so he's allowing this shit to see. I still say he's a Republican plant. I said the same people that tried to get Andrew Yang into here abandoned him when they saw that was never going to work and got behind Adams. And that's what the corruption thing is about, because these donors that got him eligible for office are bogus, and that has Republican Trump written all over it. And now all of a sudden, let's get rid of his indictment or whatever. But I will say one thing I'm proud of. I'm proud to live in New York. I'm proud to be in New York. I consider myself a New Yorker because we have been the only region, one of the only regions from the beginning, to push back against Trump and not go for his nonsense. And them lawyers in the Southern District of New York was like, we will not be dropping these charges. These charges are legitimate. We investigated them. We have proof. We can prove our case beyond a reasonable doubt. And unless you can give us some legal reason why these charges need to be dropped, we not doing it. So if you want to drop them, you drop them. But you're not about to order nobody in my office to do it, because we standing behind our charges. So, yes, I would be voting for Mario Cuomo. The biggest hit to me against Mario Cuomo was that he always kept, because he had to he was a governor and he had to consider the whole state. He would always divert money from the New York City budget to other areas of the state, so we couldn't upgrade our subway. I think him being mayor of New York City will solve that, because now you're in New York City. You don't got to worry about getting votes from the whole rest of the state, just New York City. So the way to do that, fix the subway. So I think all the money that he been blocking probably going to finally come in. I'm voting for Mario, and I think he's going to win. Oh, I probably should have tagged this on the end of the first one, but I just want to say Kamala Harris doesn't owe you people anything. You people that did not vote for her, you people that looked at what she offered, that beautiful woman with her, we could have had a baddie for president. Oh my God, do y'all understand how the envy of the world we would have been? We had the baddest bitch for president. Anyway, you looked at what she had to offer. You looked at that brilliant woman, that well-spoken woman, that bastion of leadership and poise, and said, no, we want to vote for this dude over here with the diapers talking about they eat dogs and cats. That's what y'all voted for. That's what y'all are getting. Leave Kamala Harris alone. She doesn't have to defend you. She doesn't have to do anything. If you wanted her to fight for you, if you wanted her to stand for you, if you wanted her to speak for you, you should have voted for her. You voted for Trump, so that's what you get. It's not on Kamala Harris to save you. You guys want us to fight, and y'all want us to lay down, and y'all want us to get blown down the street by the fire hoses and bit by the dogs. But when it comes time to put somebody in charge, you want it to be you. No, we're not doing that. No. And a lot of people are like shocked by black people's attitude about this. And I just think it goes to show like how much that y'all really just don't know nothing about us. Y'all just think that we're just here for your entertainment, here for your use. We don't know shit about politics. We just voting for identity. If we just voting for identity, how come Mr. 555-444, what's his name, Herman Cain? How come he ain't win? How come these black Republicans that they keep trying to drag in front of us, we don't go for it? You know why? Because we're not stupid. We're the only group of people in this country that has ever gotten this country to recognize us, recognize our rights. We're not going to stay enslaved. Okay, we fought to make this country independent, fine. Now you got us in slavery, talking about all men are created equal. What about us? We're not going for this. So we got our way out of slavery. The Civil War came along. We fought the Civil War. We won that. Then now you're trying to put us in this Jim Crow and keep us out of government. No, we're not going for that. And we kept pressing and pressing and pressing and pressing. And then we finally got the Civil Rights Bill. We're the only ones that done that. Everybody else is, and everybody, the Chinese, the Latino, yeah, y'all had your own little separate movements, but none of y'all would have gotten anything if not for us, because all your rights run through us. Okay, The Civil Rights Act, it benefited you all. So we're not stupid. We know what this is like. We know we've been telling you from the beginning that this is nothing but Trump and them are racist. It ain't about the economy. That motherfucker's a regular, degular, born in the woods. Daddy was a Klansman ass racist. That's all this is. And y'all didn't want to listen to us because y'all don't think we know anything and y'all think we're stupid and we don't know how shit works. These fucking Latinos and Asians and others voting for this motherfucker because they think, oh, if we vote with them, then we're going to be acceptance. No, we could have been told y'all that. We fought with them. We died with them. If we can't fight the Revolutionary War and be accepted, we can't die for them and save their lives and fight shoulder to shoulder with them for the forming of this country and be accepted. If we can't fight and die in record numbers from 1861 to 1865 to keep this union together, if we can't, and be accepted by them and have our rights honored, if we can't fight in World War I, where we had the worst fucking jobs doing trench warfare, and they got us putting down the gas pellets and running on out in the open in trench warfare, and be accepted as one of them, if we can't fucking save they ass in World War II, the Tuskegee Airmen coming through, and all the heroic shit we did in World War II to keep the Nazis and the fascists, which are back now at bay, if we couldn't do all of that and be accepted, what makes you think that you can just vote with them and agree with everything they say and they're going to accept you? What makes you think that? Y'all just got here. We have been here since the fucking 17th century, actually 16th century. The first Africans arrived, actually, and a lot of people don't know this because they don't teach black history, and a lot of people, especially black people, won't, they don't look into their own history. They think all we did was slavery, and that's not true. The first Africans on this shore actually were in New England. The whole name of Rhode Island, I don't know if they changed it officially now, but it used to be the Rhode Island Plantation something. It's like a longer name, that Rhode Island, because Rhode Island used to be a plantation, and that's where they brought the first Africans to. They weren't enslaved, though. They came as indentured servants. It was only later when the European indentured servants start coming and they start figuring out, hey, we can actually get free labor from some of these niggas if we just enslave them. We can nig basically how slavery started, and it started in the North. It just got outlawed in the North, but it started in the North because the slaves were again up in New England, and they were under indentured contract. And then once the indentured contract was up, you're supposed to be free and go on your way. Well, they let the white people, the Irish and all that, be free and go on their way. But the black people, they didn't, and they took it to court, and the black people sued, and the courts did, denied them because you black and we don't have to recognize your rights, blah blah blah. And that's how slavery started. So they ended up having to do the same work they had just been doing for free, and the white indentured servants who were free now, they paid them to keep us in check. So that's how slavery actually started in North America. If you don't know that, that's the history of slavery. It just ended up being a Southern thing because the North was more industrial and didn't need as many field hands, basically the South did. And New England, because they have the a lot of them were Quakers and those type of religions that don't really believe in that. It got Quakers, and the Quakers were in PA. There's another version of it that was in New England. I can't quite remember what they are now. It's not Quakers. They were I can't recall now. The people who run the Underground Railroad, they were Quakers, and they were these other people, but I can't. They call them something different now. They evolved into the Seventh-day Adventists and a couple Mennonites and a couple other things, but back then they had a name. It was the Quakers and these other people. Somebody knows exactly what I'm talking about, but I can't think of it now. They were against that, so that's why the North really got rid of. They made slavery illegal very early because they were like, nah, we ain't doing this. This is against our religion. We don't believe in this type of stuff. Not that they thought everybody was equal, because that's not necessarily the case, but they did think that we can't be owning human beings. Like what the fuck is that? You know what I mean? Like I don't know if they inferior or whatever. Excuse me. I know they taught us how to fry the fuck out of this chicken, but we don't own human beings don't own human beings. That was basically what it was based off of. So we've been here. The entire history of the United States is the history of black people. You cannot separate the history of the United States from the history of African Americans. You cannot. We are intertwined, and that's what these white supremacists can't stand. That's why they keep trying to remove us and erase us. They've tried over and over again. They're never going to do it because we are entwined in the fabric. And actually, it's funny because a lot of these white supremacists are your parents came here as your people came here as immigrants. Y'all came from Scotland and Ireland and Italy and all these places in like the turn of the last century, 1880s, 1900s, 1920s. That's when y'all got here. We was here 300 years at that point. So it's just funny to me that people that come here talking about telling us to go back to Africa, we are American as apple pie. There's nobody more American than us because we got here at the same time that they got here. The earliest settlement at Jamestown, black people. Earliest settlements in Massachusetts colony, black people. Earliest settlements in Rhode Island, black people. Earliest settlements right here in New Amsterdam and New York, black people. We've been here. So y'all don't want to listen to us. Y'all think we don't know anything. And this is how you end up with Trump. So Kamala Harris doesn't owe you anything. There's a reason that 90+% people, black people voted for her because we have been through this so many times before. This is what other people don't understand. The oppression in this country runs through black people. Everything that they are trying to do to you, trying on you, turning on you, they've already done to us and been doing to us and do to us and test on us and try out on us. We've been through it all. It's nothing is new. Racism is old and it's dumb. There's nothing new about it. And it's all been tried on us. But you guys think that you're new and you're special and what applies to us doesn't apply to you, and we're trying to tell you it does. You're all niggers to them. The only reason they make distinctions is because they know that they can manipulate you to get you to vote for them by telling you, oh no, it's the illegals, it's not you. Oh, it's the black people, they're lazy. That's why they don't have anything. That's why they don't work hard. As soon as we stop working free, all of a sudden we ain't work hard. Now, when we were slaves, we was the best thing going. We was valued so high. We made this country so rich. Oh no, Bessie, she cooked them collard greens like a motherfucker. I can't let go of her for no more than 2,000. Oh no, she a good worker, hard worker. Cooked the fuck out of that food. Bessie got free. Now all of a sudden, Bessie a lazy niggers that don't do nothing. They worth a fucking thing. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. My favorite comedian, Paul Mooney, said it. He was like, you notice how white people been bad since we got away. He was like, now they don't want to live in our neighborhoods. We bring down the property value. But when it was slavery, we was in your house. We all in the front yard, backyard, up on the balcony. We in the house, clean everything. We want to bring the property value down then. Oh, you was showing us off then. Oh, look how many niggas I got. That was showing how rich you were. We wasn't bringing property value. But now that we free, now all of a sudden you can't live next to us. We don't want to live next to you, nigga. But you had the kids warm in your bed so you wouldn't have to get into a cold bed. Like, you had the slaves sleeping with you in your room on the floor. I told you I went to that tour in Louisiana, the plantation, and one of the white people asked where the slaves slept because they didn't see no bed for them, and the man was like on the floor. But now we free. Now all of a sudden, I just thought that was funny because I didn't even think about it. I'm like, you know what? You're right. Like, they didn't have no problem with us in their neighborhood. And he said if they bring slavery back tomorrow, they'd be like, oh, come on home. Come on, you sure? Oh, no. Our home is your home. Our neighborhood is your neighborhood. like it's true though. Like it's true. So stop asking Kamala Harris to do anything for you. Kamala Harris, I don't know if it's true. I've read that she's deciding if she's going to run for governor of California. I mean, I hope she does because I just do. I think she's amazing. I think that she would have led us to the promised land as a president, but y'all didn't want that. Y'all wanted this, who we got, and so this is what we got. This motherfucker, one day he want to do one thing, the next day he want to do the next thing. I'm not letting him stress me out. All I know is you're not getting no student loan payments, and you're not getting no taxes. You're not getting no taxes, because the way y'all run around, you're not getting it. Y'all figure that shit out. All right, moving on. The Oscars this year were on. I just want to say, no, normally I was really bad this year. Normally I watch all the Oscar movies before normally I just watch movies anyway, so it's not that I physically try to watch them, but just so happens that I've probably seen some of them. But this year I hadn't. I watched the Nora. Like, didn't even realize it was on you know how you get a movies for the free trial on Tubi or Fubi or whatever. It was like one of them. didn't even realize that shit was a Oscar was gonna be all this hullabaloo. I just watched it. I ain't never watching Wicked or Amelia Perez because I don't like musicals. I haven't seen any of them. Only one I saw was The Substance and Honora. That's it. I haven't seen none of the rest of them. I don't know. This year got past me. Um, but I just want to say, look, they played in Demi Moore's face. I think to make up to nominate her for a movie that is about a younger woman overtaking this older accomplished woman and basically just taking her shine and trying to step in her place and basically pulling from her life force for her to lose that to this young girl. And listen, it's not that I am saying that movie was okay. I haven't seen them all. I haven't seen the two musicals, but watching that, if you'd have told me that would have been nominated for Best Picture, would have been like, ain't no way. But now I get it because, like somebody eloquently said, Hollywood loves a story about a young hoe that falls for the rich guy. They love that, the young, pretty, fly hoe that they all want to buy. That for that, so it makes sense. Like, yes, that it does totally make sense. But that was Demi Moore. Demi Moore should have won that because she was. I mean, she's Demi Moore. Her track record is so long that, like, why are you not giving it to her? And just like that young girl's so young and she's good. You know, she'll be in other movies. Like, you don't. Come on, man. How like, you got to pay your dues. This is your first major role, and you gonna win Best Actress over all the. It just reeked of. That's the kind of course they gave that Best Actress because it's about a young hoe, a young white hoe that falls in love with the nerd billionaire. So of course they gonna act like that movie was the greatest. That movie was okay. It was alright. It was solid. I ain't saying it's trash. It's a good movie, but all the Best Picture, Best Act, nah. Nah. It's like a Pretty Woman, but a little bit more edgy, right? So, did Pretty Woman Best Picture? I don't think it did. Maybe it did, but if it did, Pretty Woman was a much better movie. I'll just say that it's a movie that's iconic. Everybody to this day still remembers that movie. And that made Julia Roberts. It's a movie that made Julia Roberts a star. So if it did win the Oscar, it would not have been as absurd as this movie. That's all I'm saying. Um, Cynthia Erivo, look, I know y'all mad at her. I'm still not really sure. I know some shit she said on social media a while ago. I never really got into it because I don't really caring about a lot of shit that y'all be getting mad about these celebrities for. It's just basically you don't like the celebrity, and so anything they say becomes a problem. Because they doing something that you wish you could do, and so they become the ops, whatever. So I never really paid attention. So I think it had something to do. She might have been saying something about black people, and maybe she was like, I don't give a fuck. Them fucking Brits can't come at us for nothing, as far as I'm concerned. So they can say whatever the fuck they want to say. None of y'all would even know what to get up and put on in the morning if it wasn't for us. So whatever. But she's talented. That lady can fucking sing and perform, and y'all just gonna have to stay mad because she be singing the fuck out of them songs. And she has a very Broadway voice, but it's not an annoying Broadway voice. One of the main reasons I don't like musicals and I'm not big into Broadway because I don't like that whitewashed singing that Broadway does. I need I need a little something, a little spice in my singing, a little spice in your voice, something. You ain't gotta sound like Aretha Franklin. It ain't gotta be, Muscle Shoals, but I need a little something. And that very white, very pristine, very no soul Broadway singing style is not for me. But Cynthia bends it. Cynthia does it in a way where it is definitely Broadway singing, but it's not she levels it out in a way where it's not so cringe. I'ma just say, like Broadway, I can't do it. I just can't. It's like, oh, like she could go in it's very Diana Ross's, where it's like, and I know a lot of people like to get on Diana Ross. Y'all can suck a dick. Diana Ross is the blueprint, the diva, the alpha, the one of which all others are molded off of. You can say what the fuck you want to say. Icon, legend, first black girl group on TV. It just is what it is. But the way Diana Ross has that unique way, like she's not super gospely, but you can tell that it's Diana Ross, and you can tell that she's black. That's how Cynthia Erivo sings it to me. Erivo, I don't know. Erivo, I think. That's how she sings it. Her and Ariana were great. I love the way they let her sing The Wiz. Ariana standing off to the side. It looks so great. Them two freaking frack I don't know what's going on between them, but they are just. It works for them, and I don't know. It seems genuine to me. It doesn't seem fake. It just seems like they just two weirdos that click with each other. You know what I mean? So God bless them. Yeah, it was. I was a little disappointed. Adrian Brody. I'm so tired of these white men getting up on stage. Generally when people tell you to wave the music off, it's because it's somebody up there that is impressive or that deserves respect and should get to say what they want to say and don't play the music over them. Frank Sinatra or somebody that's getting a great award. Adrian Brody getting up there babbling about nothing and then talking about don't play the music like he about to say something profound. First of all, I think that is so rude and that is so tacky because when you do that, you're taking away from other people's time, other people who may not have won an award before, who may not have gotten up there before and want to get to thank everybody, and you're up there babbling and cutting into people's time. You're not saying anybody. I hate that. Get your fucking award, say your fucking thank yous, and get the fuck off the stage. That's the best thing you can do. I don't give a fuck who you are. Get your award, say your thing, get off the stage. You're not so great. Nothing you saying is so groundbreaking that you need to be up there bleeding into other people's time because what happens is as we get closer to the show and now it's running long, they start cutting people off. And it's just, I thought it was very tacky. I think it's always a white guy that does it. And again, they're never saying anything that's important that anybody needs to hear. Roll the fucking music and get your fucking ass off the stage. Okay? I thought Zoe Saldana, that's another, not well, I know what the issue with Zoe Saldana was, but I feel like she apologized. I feel like her apology was sincere, and I feel like her apology addressed all the issues that people had with her playing Nina Simone. And so I think that they should let that go because she apologized for it. She recognized some mistakes. She hasn't done anything like that since. Like all her roles since have been solid. I think she's extremely talented. I mean, Lioness is my show. That motherfucking bitch be acting her ass off in that motherfucking show, and it's so fucking good. That show is hard body. That's the best. Don't tell me about the diplomat shit. That's the best spy show on TV, and it's very close to reality. It's very close to the job that I did, and it's very close to reality, and it is so fucking good. This last season, man, that last season finale, boy, that shit was 10 out of 10, no notes. So I like Zoe. I thought her speech was really good. That's the kind of speech that she gave that you waved the music off for. Okay? I thought that moment when she was looking for her mom and screamed, "Mom," that was so real. That was so real. Like, I thought that was so cute. Like, that's so, here she is up there getting her Oscar, and all she doing is looking around for her mom and scream "mommy" like a little girl. Like, that was so real. I thought that was so great. I'm never gonna watch the movie. I heard that she is the best thing in the movie. I read the plot, wasn't interested. It's a musical, extra not interested. I just take y'all word for it. Never watching that movie. I got plenty of other stuff that I could watch Zoe Saldana in. I do not need to watch that, but I'm glad she won it. And the nigga naysayers that were talking about how the boycott wouldn't work and Target wouldn't work and y'all need organization and the Alabama bus boycott and we had 6 months and years and y'all need decades of on the ground grassroots to be able to boycott Target. Shut the fuck up. No, you don't. All you gotta do is not shop in there. And they profits is hit, their stocks is down, and people been doing it, and I'm proud of y'all. I did see one dude on the train with 2 Target bags, and I was giving him the stink eye, but it seemed like most people are doing it. And I don't know if it's just black people or not, but good job. And it just goes to show. You know what really irritated me about it? I figured this out the other day. I'm one of them people, I cannot stand when people are doing things, like actually doing things, and then here come the motherfucker that want to stand on the side of the river and tell them how it can't be done. Like, I hate people like that. Like, sometimes it's no strategy. Like, yo, you know what? Just standing here, it's never going to get done. We got to get this rock from this side of the river to that side of the river. Yeah, we could call an architect. We could do this, but yo, let's just push this motherfucking rock and see if we can't just push it across the river. It might work. And if we push it and it don't work, then we'll figure something else out. But you know, at least we trying something, you know? And when people are doing that and you got the people coming along, y'all got to call to this, shut the fuck up. And we gonna get, you know what I mean? We gonna figure it out. That's what irritated me about it. When people are taking action, just trying to do something to see, look, we don't know if it's gonna work, but we think it will, and let's just do it. And if it worked, then great, we'll keep going. And if it don't, we'll figure something else out. I can't stand when people like that are interrupted by people who always want to come and talk about what can't be done and what you need to do first. Well, shut up. Either help us push the rock or fucking move. Because you don't have no better idea, right? If you're going to come with a truck and hook the rock up and pull it, then fine. If you're going to come with a real something that's going to help us do what we're doing, then fine. But if all you coming to do is talk about some shit, move the fuck out the way. And that's what was irritating me. Who knows if it's going to work? Ain't nobody thinking we going to boycott Target. That was not the point. The point was to show them, oh, y'all not about to do this. Y'all are not about to, you want us to come in the store, your biggest customer base, you want our money, but you playing footsie with this asshole president, so you don't want, now you're not going to do minority contracts. Now you're going to put, now you don't want to hire diverse people. And if that's not what you're doing, then you shouldn't have said nothing. And I have a feeling that a lot of these companies are not really getting rid of DEI. They're just saying that, but you should know not to say that, because the reality is these Trump people that you're trying to please, that's not who your customer base is. A lot of y'all are forgetting where y'all came from, because Target is one of them stores that we all go in and it was such a good brand. Like, y'all's brand was, we go in there and spend money and buy shit that we do not even need, but Target is just something about Target that just, yeah, I need that pillow. You don't need that shit. That was y'all brand. People were willfully liking y'all so much that they were going in the store buying shit they ain't even need. I came in here for one thing. I came in here for 2 notebooks and some bleach, and I left out here with $300 worth of shit. I don't even know where I got it from. I just needed that toothpaste holder. I just needed it. I don't know. I needed it. That's what the brand was, and y'all have totally destroyed that. Y'all have totally destroyed that, because y'all basically let us know what y'all think of us. Oh, y'all come in here and spend your money, but no, we not gonna hire y'all, and we not gonna go out of our way to get y'all business people in our stores. Okay, a lot of y'all think it's one way and it's the other. These Trump people, it's not as many of them as you think, and they're not your customers. It's not like Walmart. Okay, some places where them poor ass Trump people are, Walmart is the only option. Target is not the only option. You can get almost everything in Target somewhere else. But we chose to go in Target because, like I said, we got the Starbucks. You got the popcorn. I used to love to go in Target, get the popcorn, walk around. I'm not doing it no more. And we black people, we forgot ourselves a little bit. We forgot how we got here. And we have to stop letting these people play in our faces, because we might only got $5 worth of generational wealth, but we are if not the largest, I think we're still the largest consumers in this country. We're the ones that buy all this shit that y'all are making. And if y'all want to act like this, we'll hold our coin and go to Costco and go to these other businesses that have not abandoned us. So now it's a 40-day one, and I'm gonna be honest, like, I haven't really, Target is no problem. Amazon is a little harder, because it just is, nigga. It's real easy to just get through Amazon, but I've been doing better. I've not been ordering superfluous shit off of Amazon. I've been going to the actual store, like, because you can get almost, you can get cologne on Amazon, but I've not been doing that. I've been going to the actual retailer and getting it, so stuff like that. But some stuff it just can't be helped. But I'm limiting my spending. So I got a little story for y'all real quick. I just want to tell y'all. So, I'm married now. I love being married. I don't know how I ever did it before. I don't know how these motherfuckers, y'all, you don't, like, oh boy, you don't want to be out here. And I don't know how I was ever out here. But you got to marry the right one, though. So I just got to tell y'all a quick story. So last summer, for my birthday, we were going to barbecue, right? And so we went and got a new grill, because the grill she had wasn't gonna work. We ain't got a new grill. We had to put the grill together. So I get down there. Now, I have said this before. I am not a handy dyke. It's not that I don't know how to do things. I was raised by my father. My father showed me all that shit, how to do it. I just never was into it. He tried to show me how to change the oil. He tried to show, and now I can, how to put things together. And I can open the box, read directions, push it together. I can do it, but I am not a handy dyke. I'm not one of these dykes that, it's a lot of dykes out here that like, they go out of their way to show that they can be the man, or I can put your shifter robe together, or I can change it, or I'm not one of them. I'm not tool belt dyke. That's not me. Yeah, I will do it. I have put stuff together in here, absolutely, but it's not, I don't get pleasure from it. It's a chore to me, right? So she get this grill, but I'm putting the grill together. No problem. She helping me. We putting the grill together. We getting it together. We get to the last part of the grill, which was the smoker. It's a little piece on the side. And this motherfucking smoker, the fucking screw for the one piece of the smoker would not go in. Kept picking it up. We didn't have the screwdriver didn't have the magnetic part on it. But even if it had the magnetic part on it, the way the smoker was shaped, the hole that I had to put the screw in was like in the bowl up under the rim. So no matter what we did, even when we took the smoker off, it just was an odd angle that you had to put the screw in. And the screw would not go in. I put it in, get it in it's fall out. Put it in, get it fall. I don't know how long I did this. 45 minutes, an hour. It was a long, long fucking time. We tried everything. She tried it. I tried it. We tried to turn it upside down. Could not get this fucking screw in. Okay? So I started to get frustrated because I'm a Cancer and I'm going to try this shit and I'm not going to give up. But the minute I get tired of it, that's it. Get it out my face because I'm about to blow. I done tried it. I done did it. I'm not a quitter. I tried it every way, but I had just reached the point where I'm tired of it. Move it out my face. So stop. I was like, let me just take a break. Let's try it again because everything we did was not working. Watch the WNBA game. Never went back to it. Because, number one, we had a whole nother fiasco with the refrigerator and the new refrigerator, all the meat went bad, so we ended up not being able to fucking barbecue anyway. Then, the seasons roll on and we weren't home and on vacation, whatever, and it just sat there. She has not let me go on this fucking grill yet. So today, for Christmas, one of the gifts I got her is I got, the ceiling, what do you call it? The light for the ceiling, like the chandelier for the living room and the bedroom. And so I got that over Christmas, and so I was like, okay, this is some electricity shit. Like, you got to be an electrician to do this because you got to hook it up to the thing. So I was like, just call a TaskRabbit to do it. So, we both busy, ended up calling the TaskRabbit. So she calls the TaskRabbit today, but she also calls one for the grill. Talking about, well, might as well get the grill put together since somebody won't put it together. It ain't that I won't put that I tried to put the grill together. The screw would not go in. I don't know what you want me to do. It's beyond my capabilities. I don't have I'm not going to the screw would not go in. You was right there. You saw the screw not go in. I don't understand why you holding this grill over my head. But anyway, whatever. She didn't call. I could have done the grill. That's how, if I do something and I can't, I'm an ADHD, mentally gifted kid. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If we do something and we ain't good, we can't get the shit right away, we ain't fucking master experts at it right away, I'll get this away from me. Get it away from me, move it away from me. But I tried. I kept going. I was like, I'm not going to let this grill kick my ass. I'm not going to let the screw beat my ass. And I meant that. I would have went back and I would have put the fucking grill together eventually. But no, she going to get TaskRabbit. Okay, so I hope TaskRabbit put your little grill together. I hope it come together nice. Congratulations. Anyway, I had to get that off my chest because she going around telling people that I didn't put the grill together. And it's like implied that I don't know how to fix shit. I do know how to fix shit. It's just, I'm not that person. I've never been. My daddy used to say the same thing. He'd take me outside to change the oil. I don't want to be on the side of the house in this heat or cold, whatever the case, daddy, up under this car trying to change this oil. I'm going to take it to fucking Sears. I don't know what you want me to do. I'm not interested in this. Okay, I don't want to learn how to fix the the garbage disposal. I'm not, this is not my thing. Not that I'm a girly girl, but I can put a video game together. I can, that type of shit, electronic shit. I used to like the side. I can do that. It's just not my, I'm not Tool Belt Tim. I'm not one of them dykes. I'm not a handy dyke. I would rather call somebody in here to put that bookshelf together than to put it together myself. I swear to God. Please. I don't want to get my cuticles all ripped the fuck up. I don't want to be down on here on the floor with these goddamn, all these L wrenches and screws, half the shit that come together now. The screws don't line up, the holes don't line. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time. So, I just wanted to plead my case on the grill. The grill's being put together by Task Rabbit, and that's fine. But I just don't like the implication that I just wouldn't put the grill together. I tried. The screw just would not go the fuck in, and it was almost like it was fucking mocking me. Anyway, that's it for this week. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Thank you for your patience. I don't know when the next one will be. I try to give them to y'all weekly, but sometimes it ain't nothing but chaos to talk about. So I don't be wanting to talk about that. So I have to wait till something interesting comes along to talk about. As the weather breaks and more stuff starts to happen, hopefully I don't be talking about how they dragging me off to the fucking gulag. Hopefully I don't be talking about that. But look, it is what it is. We got to take it day by day, actually minute by minute with this motherfucker. But I believe in us, and I just hope that we wake up before it's too late. All right, y'all have a good weekend. Have a good rest of the week, and see y'all next time. Thanks for coming out. God bless. Peace.